Hi guys and welcome back. Well, it's another pickups video. I've been busy out there, I've been turning over a few stones. Let me show you what I've managed to find. Right, we've got quite a bit to go through, so I'm going to kick off straight away with the Amiga CD32, and it was just for 50p. I thought, why not? Now, that's what I call games. From what I know, there's about 50 games on here. They're all old retro classics, from what I can gather, but 100 public domain and shareware plus other demos and goodies. Why not? For 50p, I don't think I can go too far wrong, so I'm happy to own that one. But I also picked up, and again, these were 50 pence each. One of them's sealed. It's for the Philips CDI, and it's an encyclopedia. Now, if you wanted to actually look at the world back in the day, this is how you did it. You got one of these, and you click on it, and you'd find, you find some interesting facts about it. So I'm happy to own that one, and it actually does say in the back, the world of knowledge in your living room. The entire 26 volume encyclopedia comes to life on your television. That's how we did it back then, before the internet. Of course, you just click on anywhere now, live cams and everything. But this one, and I'm looking at it now and I can't believe it's in such a good condition, and it's Mutant Rampage. Now, I saw this and I thought, yeah, I'll buy it anyway because it's 50p, but I looked at the back of it, it looks to be a beat 'em up, but the condition is spot on. I mean, the disc, not that you can probably tell, there's not a blemish. This game sells for anything up to £50. Now, I picked it up for 50p, so I'm really happy with that one. Really happy. And yeah, the graphics look to be cartoony, but yeah, it does look to be a beat 'em up. So I've not had a chance to play this one yet, but really happy to own that. Right, if you follow my channel, you'll know that I did a video with regards to Naughty Dog, and I say it wasn't really a video about them, it was about a game called The Way of the Warrior, and how they funded that game themselves from the profit they made off their previous game. That previous game was The Rings of Power. Now, this is for the Mega Drive. This was also the very first game they produced for the Mega Drive. And again, the case, if I'm honest, it's a little battered, but I've got everything. I've got the instructions, I've even got the registration card, and I've got the game in there. The actual outer cover, yeah, it's in cracking condition, so I'm really happy to own this. But Rings of Power, it looks to be a bit of an adventure game. Looking at the back, I doubt you can see that, but just something, a little bit of history there. The very first game that Naughty Dog produced for the Mega Drive, so I'm really happy to own that one. Carrying on with the Sega theme, I recently, because I look at obviously other YouTubers, and I spotted that guy in the States, a guy called John Hancock, likes to call himself the immortal John Hancock. He's a big collector, and he's got a fantastic YouTube channel himself, and he has just completed his his American Sega Saturn collection. So I started to look at mine thinking it's a little bit on the low side, I need to get my arse into gear. So I picked up a load of games that are on the cheaper end, because money don't grow on trees. So I've picked up Actual Golf, And these are all complete in the box, by the way, with the manuals. And this is in beautiful condition. You know, the case is also the plastic version, which is my preferred because they also brought them out. Like this one, Blast Chamber, it's cardboard on the outside. And it really does deteriorate. It's not good, but that's the way we got them. So, Blast Chamber. I also picked up Manx TT. And this one seems to do serious good money, by the way. So I've got that. Bugs. What a classic game that was, if you ever played it on the Amiga. NBA Action, and you know, looking at the back of that, it does actually look rather decent. So, and just look at that, Sega OzySoft, Sega Hotline. Check out our website at segaozysoft.com. I wonder if that's still there.
He blew the slam. He hauls it down. A backcourt violation brings the whistle. Payton.
And the last one, which it does look good, I must admit, and Saturn's not known for being fantastic on its 3D games, and that's Wing Arms. So I'm really happy to, you know, start collecting again properly for the Sega Saturn. This is a system I think I could seriously fulfill it. I reckon I could certainly do this one. There's not a huge amount of games in the, you know, the PAL library, so it's certainly doable. But there's some games out there that are just ridiculously, you know, expensive. One of them, as I quickly look over, yeah, it's Panzer Dragoon Saga. You could potentially pay anything up to £400 for that game. If I could find that in the wild dirt cheap, I'd be more than happy. But I picked up that stack for £10 and I'm really happy with that one. Moving over to the PlayStation, you know, it was the second console. Was it the second? I say second, it's a bit of a lie that. It was the third real console I ever purchased, the first being the Philips CDI. Yeah, no, I made a mistake there. I then purchased the Sega Saturn and then I moved on to the PlayStation. And I'm really happy with the games I've picked up recently. You know, I've picked up, I think, a few hidden gems, excuse me there. And the first one is Roll Cage. And I've already done a video on this. If you follow my channel, you've seen it. I think it's a brilliant game. It's no Wipeout, don't get me wrong, but it's just fantastic in its own right. And that, again, is complete there. You know, I've got everything, manual, game. So really happy with that. Paid £4. I paid £4 for that one. Now that's a little bit more than I like to pay occasionally, but it got that good reviews. I thought I really do want to play this one. And wow, what a game! It's excellent. If you've not played this, go out. If you can get it on even emulation, go out and play it. From what I can read, the actual programmer of this, and you have to forgive me, I can't remember his name. I think in 2015 he did an update on the source code for the PC, just so people could continue to play this game. That's just brilliant, it really is. So happy to own that. But because it was out there as well, I picked up the second one. Now this is supposed to be a massive improvement on this game. I can't wait to give this one a bash. I've not had a chance yet. I will probably do a video on this because, again, I'm being told it's that good a game. So, again, really happy. And that's actually a lot dearer. Now, I've paid £10 for this one. And now, in some regards, that's getting on a bit. It's not the most expensive game out there, but for a game that I've never even heard of, that quite surprised me, but I've paid it, so that's the end of it. Deadballs Killzone. Not played this yet. Looking at it, it's some sort of retro, well, it's not retro, futuristic sports game, I'd say. But I've not had a chance to play that one, so I'm happy with that one. Now this next one, I've done a video on this one, but for the 3DO. I actually think the 3DO is going to be the better version, but I've purchased this. I'm going to take a look-see at it. I'll do a little comparison. Certainly for Dan at Dank Games, if you're a follower of his channel, he does some fantastic work, so check him out, by the way. And that is Wing Commander 3, Heart of the Tiger. Now, I've actually picked this up quite cheap. It was only a couple of quid. I got this one online, but the case is battered, so I need to replace the case. That's a shame, to be honest, because the cases probably cost more than bloody games. But I'll get a replacement case for this one, but I will do a comparison, so I'm happy to own that. And the last one, I was shocked to see I never had it in my collection. So that means I never purchased it when it first came out. And that is the original Gran Turismo. How did I miss this one? How did I never play this one? Because I certainly got the one on the PlayStation 2, which, if we all remember, took bloody forever and a day to come out. But I'm really happy to own this. And you know what, the graphics, looking at it on the back, I know they're going to be a bit blocky, but it still looks fantastic. So can't wait to give that one a blast. And that's the PS1 out the way. I've only picked up 3 games for it though, and the first one is Star Wars Starfighter. Second one, this was a shit film, but it's a good game, and it's a solid game. You know, it's great. And that's Space Chimps. Film was shit, wasn't it? But the game's brilliant. It is brilliant. And this is in fantastic condition, so happy to have that. And the next one, and I'm just looking at the price on the front of it, $29.99 from GameStation. Remember them before they went bust in the UK? I've not got any X-Men. I've not got any Mega Man games. So this was going cheap, so I picked it up. X-Men 8. Alright, it's now X-Men 8.5 because I broke it. No, X-Men 8. Happy to pick that up. I know what everyone's going to say. What the hell are you starting with that one for? It was cheap, man. That's why I've started with it. How good or how bad it is, I don't know. I've got nothing to compare it to, so I'll probably enjoy this one, where maybe a few of you fans out there are telling me you've just picked up a pile of shit there, Bill. And no, I didn't pay anywhere near that amount. £1 for the 3 of them, so happy to own them, really happy. And obviously I'm extending my PlayStation collection there, so great, fantastic. Right, before we get into, I suppose, the real meaty end of this pickups, I mentioned I picked up, or at least I hope I mentioned, I picked up a bit of vinyl. I've never owned a record player in my life, right? It was one of those things that your parents had. People of my generation weren't interested in records, because for us it was CDs. That was the new thing back then. That's all we wanted. They didn't take up a lot of room. Vinyl was so old-fashioned. Now obviously vinyl went out of fashion. It's come back into fashion. And what I like about it is game music on it. But obviously any music on vinyl, if you're into it, is great. But I want to collect game music. And I've got a few pieces anyway. You know, I've got the BioShock big box collector's edition. It's got a piece of vinyl in it. I've never played it. So I've decided to start buying myself a bit of vinyl. I've now been given a record player, so at least I'll be able to listen to it. But I've got Doom. This is sealed. This was from a charity shop. This was £2. And I'm gobsmacked. And when I look at the prices that this piece of, I suppose, gaming history now is going for, and if you're not into thrash metal, I've been told forget it. £2, I don't think I can go wrong. It's in, well, it's not been opened. It's in pristine condition. and I can't believe I've picked that up for £2. So if you've listened to this, let me know what you think of it, please, because I can't wait to crack open the seal on this one and give it a listen. Right, this next bundle of games that I purchased was for the Xbox and the Xbox 360. And when I purchased it blind. I didn't actually know what I was purchasing. It was off a friend of a friend. He said, look, just bung us a tenner, you can have the lot. So I did. He then dropped them off, and I was shocked at one of the games that was in there, because I've been after it for such a long time. And he just passed them me. He said, there you go, as far as I know they work. And when I looked at the condition, I was wowed, because they're pristine. I would go as far to say that some of these games are mint condition. So I'm really happy. So thanks, Robbie, for sorting me out there. And I'm going to start with Chase Hollywood Stunt Driver on the Xbox. This looks to be a brilliant game. I also got SSX on Tour. Really happy to own that one. I'm a big SSX fan. Now this next one, never heard of it. Never heard of it one little bit. And that is Dreamfall: The Longest Journey. And just taking a look at the back. The future holds secrets only the past can reveal. So that's got me interested, but I don't know anything about it.
I'll see you later.
I'll hook you up with the software when you come back, okay? Tadia Salem, Denane?
There's so much crap in here. It's a miracle Liv keeps track of it all.
And the gem, the absolute gem in this pickup. And I'm so chuffed I finally got it, because I've been holding out for so long, and I nearly bit the bullet about 2 weeks ago, and I nearly paid £50 for this game. And that's Stubbs the Zombie Rebel Without a Pause. Sorry, Rebel Without a Pulse. This is a brilliant game. It's so quirky. You know, you play as the zombie and just terrorise the community. And this is in such a beautiful condition. The disc, there's not a blemish. It's been very, very well looked after. So again, Robbie, I'm so made up. And you will pay anything up. Well, the game's in that good condition. £60 to £70 for this one game. I have buzzed him to say, look man, you've got one in there that is rather expensive. He said, look mate, I'm not using them. Just get on with it. You give me a tenner, I'm more than happy. I've done my bit. So again, Robbie made up with that one.
Continue the tour. Why don't you call your new friends over? First, stand perfectly still and transfix them with your steely gaze.
And the others are Ridge Racer. Oh, no, it's not Ridge Racer, you mad head. It's Project Gotham Racing 4 for the Xbox 360. Prototype. Happy to own it, but I don't really collect the classic games, so that might have to be moved on. Ninja Blade, which that looks to be an incredible game. And this other one, Capcom. Again, complete in the box, not a blemish on the disc. I don't know anything about it. Step into the future, sinister parallel world of hostile aliens, powerful weapons, and deep mystery. Well, it's got me interest piqued. That's Dark Void.
Come on, you gotta get out of there now! We're almost here!
Now, if you've ever played any of these games, let me know, because I've never touched them. I haven't got a clue what they're like. But again, for a tenner, Robbie, you're the man. You really are. And I'm really happy to add these to my collection. Thank you. Right, diving back over to the PlayStation for a bit. I've managed to pick up, and this is a brilliant game, Crysis 2. I completed the third one. For some reason I went straight to number 3, never purchased this, but this is an incredible game. This is a bit of a shelf filler, if I'm honest, because I don't think the servers are online anymore, and I never played it. I've missed it. Mag. So happy to own that one. Now these next two, pick them up, bit of a sale. I'm really happy to own them, and that is Kingdom Hearts, as I'm about to throw them again. 1.5 and 2.5. Obviously it's the HD remastered. I'm really happy on owning these. I've actually purchased them not long ago for the PlayStation 2, but I still haven't got round to playing them. I'll probably bypass that now and I'll start playing them straight on the PlayStation 3. Now this next one, I'm pretty right in saying, and I hope I am, the only way you will ever play a physical version of this game, you've got to buy the trilogy. It was released on the PlayStation Network. It was also released on Xbox Live. So I could have downloaded it, but I'm a collector. I want physical versions wherever possible. And that is the fantastic Mass Effect. Now, I've showed you videos where I've picked up the classic versions of this and the collector's version. And I still haven't started it because I've not got the original. Well, I have now, but I've got it on physical. And it's in beautiful condition. The discs, again, have been really looked after, as if they've never really been played. Well, they must have. So, as I'm stalling now, trying to get the damn thing back in the box, I'm really happy that I've got this. Now, this is doing bloody good money out there. I paid a tenner, and that was actually marked up incorrectly, I think, at CEX. Now, CEX don't normally make mistakes, but it was marked up a tenner. You'll pay for anything up to £60–70 for this. And I think it's because of that first game, first disc. It's not available. You cannot buy it. At least I cannot find it anywhere. And I've been on the internet. I cannot find it even listed as being available on its own in physical for the PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360. It came out originally on the PC, I know it did. I think that's the only real physical version of the first game on its own. But I've got it, so I'm happy. These next games, one I've missed, two I didn't even know there was a physical version of it, and the third one, I played it on my phone and I enjoyed it. So I'll start off with that one, and that is the fantastic, and it's got a winner of 80 Game of the Year awards. It's got to be good, hasn't it? Walking Dead. It's a great survival horror game. It's all to do with choices. Check that one out. Now, I've missed this one. I'm positive it's out for the PS4, but I spotted it on the PS3, and I didn't even know this game existed. And from what I can gather, it came out after Black Flag. How the hell did I miss that? Because I love these games, and I've played them all. At least I thought that. That's Assassin's Creed Rogue. And this next one, was a brilliant download. I never even knew that it came out in physical media. Me and my friend Andy hammered this to death online when we downloaded it. It's quirky. It came out before Goat Simulator, and that is the fantastic Pain. I've recorded so much footage of this one, it's untrue. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Very quirky. You just launch yourself in from a catapult and just cause as much destruction and damage as possible. It's such a great game. It took bloody forever to download, from the disc, but I'm really happy I've now got this at last. Really chuffed with it. That's the PS3 out the way. Only a few left. In fact, we've only got 4. Let's move on. Right, jumping over to the Wii U. I've only picked up one game for it, but what a game. Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. If you're a follower of the Ninja Gaiden series, you already know this is a fantastic game. And if I remember correctly, I can't remember her name, but the girl in it is from Dead or Alive series. Fantastic game. Experience the action of the Razor's Edge as the Ninja Gaiden 3 evolves onto the Wii U. This is an incredible game to play. I want to try and get myself a complete Wii U collection. I'm trying my damnedest. You know what? I think these prices are just starting to creep up a little. Damn you. But really happy to add that to my collection. And the last games, none of these have even been opened. Not one. And the first one's for the VR. And if you've not got yourself or tried a VR yet, do so. There's tons of titles out for PlayStation VR now. The Impatient. So, Your Nightmare Will See You Now. Happy to own that, but not even broke the seal. I've got myself another one from Limited Run Games. I really enjoyed this. It reminded me of... Oh God, the name escapes me. Hang on a second. While I just get me... that's it, Gauntlet. Sorry. Majika 2. Again, sealed. I did have it in digital download. If I've still got it in digital download, I won't bother breaking the seal on this one. But really happy to own a physical version of that.
Vampire, not a vampire, not a vampire, not a vampire. I'm a vampire, not a vampire, not a vampire, not a vampire. Not a vampire, not a vampire, not a vampire, not a... No, that's not vampire, not a vampire. I'm a vampire, not a vampire, not a... That's horsefire, not a vampire, not a vampire. Look, a horsefire, not a... Ew, no, give me that... That's in my... Shut up! Spellcasting. Death. Co-op for you. It's all.
And the last one I picked up because it was cheap. I paid £2. It's still on the sale. Resident Evil 4. This is a fantastic survival horror game. I suppose this really did mark the change that the series went on, and you either love it or loathe it. I think it's one of the best survival horrors in the Resident Evil series. And yes, it is the full-on action version. You know, I've got the original chainsaw joystick up there, which again, if you follow my channel, you'll already know that. But this is a fantastic game. I'll have to break the seal on this at some point and give it a good play. But I'm itching to get Resident Evil 2 on the PS4. I've not done it as of yet. And I'm just quickly looking round to make sure that's it. We're done. We're covered. We're there. We're finished. Some great games. Some fantastic games. But I suppose my biggest problem is my back library is growing. I need to get some of these bloody games finished and completed. I don't like keeping games that are incomplete. I've not finished them. I want to get them finished. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed showing you guys what I've picked up. Bargains are out there. I mean, that was a couple of quid. That's all I've paid for these. I like rummaging around and getting these bargains. And while I'm picking up games of this quality at this price, you don't need to be buying off eBay all the time. You really don't. But that's not to say you can't do it. So remember, call in everywhere. Second-hand shops, pawn shops, you know, charity, goodwill, market stalls, car boots. Go online as well. You'll pick up these bargains. They are out there, but you've got to be prepared to get off your arse and go look for them. I've picked some absolute rooker games again. I've paid next to nothing, and I know I've done more than triple my money. Don't get me wrong, friends help out as well, and I'm really happy to pick up that deal off Robbie. Man, yeah, thanks again. Great one. Well, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, and I hope you have, why haven't you subscribed? Come on, please give me a sub, give me a thumbs up, and I'll catch you lot again. Take care. Just when you think you're finished, you hear the postman and the post hitting the doormat. You have a little look-see. There's another 2 games that have just come out to me. Told you I was busy with the Saturn, and I might as well add these now so I'm straight for my next video. Sega Saturn Blam Machine Head. I don't even know what to make of that. I really don't. But it was cheap. £1. Done by Core though. You know, so. And the other one, another PlayStation 3 game. It's fun, it's wacky. I've only played little bits of it on digital download. I wanted a physical copy, and that is the Brilliant Deadpool. If you've not played this one, what are you doing? Come on. Go out if you like your comedy. Go out and play this. It's wacky, it really is. Obviously, if you're not into this idiot though, Deadpool, don't bother, because you wouldn't even purchase it. But again, just £1. That was all. Waiting for them to come out to me. Glad to add these to my collection. That's it. We're done. Cut. End. Finish. Catch you again.